So what you do is you go to the big golem, start with spear throw the spear to leash from a mile away, takes out half of one of the little guys, they come running at you, you stay out of range of the big guy, but in range for the little guy. But it's not, it's like a hack. Yeah. So you kill both the little guys, and then you spear throw the big guy, takes out a quarter of his health, smite him, and he's just a simple 3 takedown. You never get hurt.
Chris taught you how to play League of Legends, right?
He did.
Do you think that Chris is a good teacher when it comes to these kind of things?
I would definitely say so. He has that kind of patience and is instructive without being overbearing, I would say.
Oh, get him. Either one. Careful, don't fall him into the tower. Turn back and hit Misfortune. You can finish her. Oh, you were close. That was really close.
Does Chris play League of Legends differently than other people, do you think? Or like think about it differently than most people?
I would definitely say he thinks about it different.
It struck me recently that League of Legends isn't very different from chess.
I think he just sees it like another challenge. Like, I don't know. Some people play for fun. Not saying he doesn't play for fun, but it has another element. Figuring out the way to be like, I don't want to say the best, but the best.
But you're given pieces and they behave in certain ways. It's your job to optimize and come up with a winning strategy.
So when he played those games, do you remember how he played those games or if he played them differently than other people?
He enjoyed playing them, and he was very intentional, and it got him quite excited to play them.
Peace, Fiora! All day long! Yes! I outplayed her. I out-freaking played her. Dude, I just messed someone up! You like that, Chang? You like what I got? You like what I got to offer you?
So what do you think did excite him in particular?
Competitive, probably. You know, being the youngest of 4 boys, he did grow up in quite a competitive household. He couldn't beat them in physical strength because he was a lot smaller, but he could beat them in mind strength. I would say part of it was just to be with other people, that community aspect of it.
I always prefer playing with people that I know and that I'm in the room with, because then we can work together, and it does help develop a relationship outside the game.
What kind of relationships does League of Legends form outside of the game for you?
Well, I like team games a lot, especially team games where you're dependent upon other people to fulfill certain roles. So in League of Legends, for example, you need somebody on the team to be the tank who can take a punch for the rest of you. You learn to have a dependency upon somebody, and I definitely think that translates outside the game, where in life, our culture tries to make us too independent when really we should be more dependent upon one another.
Could you give a specific example of something where like somebody's actions in game have told you something about them outside the game?
When somebody's only looking out for themselves, they make you do all the hard work and then they come in for the kill. In League of Legends, that's called kill stealing, and it's very frowned upon.
Oh, you kick-assed me.
I did, because I'm going to get them both. It doesn't make you want to play with a person like that who isn't working together in the team, and it definitely reflects something outside of the game. If that's the kind of person they are, why would I want to work in a project with them?
As far as you mentioned before that you usually play as like a coach. What do you mean by that exactly?
But I can make it a better experience for them and help them learn new things about games and gaming and problem solving that they haven't thought of before. So that's very important for me when I'm playing the game, especially when I'm playing with new people, is to come alongside them and not steal them of the opportunity of learning it themselves, but rather to gently guide them and point them in directions and push them to grow and say, well, if you've never tried this before, why don't you try this? Step outside just a little outside your comfort zone into your zone of proximal learning. There's the education concept for you. That's the passion of all educators, is gently encouraging people to stretch themselves and grow into their potential.
So when you are teaching new people how to play, do you have any specific techniques you use to instruct them or to coach them?
I think whenever you're teaching, it's important to keep in mind how you yourself learned, so that you can put yourself into the mind of the learner. I find a very good technique is to demonstrate that you are human and that you make mistakes.
No! No! No!
I just
Aw.
died. I'm sad. It's okay to make mistakes because if you're going to get better at something, you have to make mistakes. And we
Okay.
just had that experience last night when we played because I played as someone I'd never played as before, and we lost.
We did lose.
Oh god, oh my god!
I won't be dishonest or just trying to make him feel better. I do want to give them something to aspire to be as well, and that is to hopefully play as well as I do when I play well. Watch this.
Double kill!
Yeah, I may or may not be a pro at this.
How do you learn from people in this experience when you're instructing them?
In terms of playing with people who I introduced the game to and I've been helping learn,
Noobs.
noobs, yeah. I do think that there's something very valuable to a fresh perspective, and it's very easy to become ingrained in a way and to say, because this is the way it's been done, this is the right way to do it. And I do think that that's very important as I'm playing games to be aware of the fact that what I'm doing isn't the best. It's what I've found to work. And especially when I can learn from their humility when they come and they're willing to learn, it reminds me that, of course, I also need to be willing to learn and to regularly remind myself that I don't have all the answers. I'm merely another traveler in this game who's trying to learn his way through it. What I love especially is moving it from a mindless activity that you do just to pass time to an enriching activity that really is, I'm putting myself on the line. I'm saying this is who I am, and I want to find ways to grow through whatever medium it is. And especially if I'm playing a video game where I have, so many choices to make without real-world repercussions. It's a fantastic place, a great place to grow and to push yourself to grow. Experience, but you need to hit some stuff.
Meh.
He's always been a very competitive child
Mhm.
and young adult and adult.
Level 30?
278 wins. I'm trying. Back up.
Alright, oh man, those turrets are the boo-boos.